welcome to the channel. I'm just getting a couple more things set up here, so let's see. Get a little bit better quality. That's connected to that. That's connected to that. Okay, it's not going to work. All right, so it's okay. I'm using all of my USB ports. All right, welcome to the channel. I am the Rocket Day Trader, and I will be teaching you guys how I was able to pass the MyForexFund's trading challenge. All right, so there are two phases in this challenge, and I have passed the first one using the strategy that I am about to show to you. All right. So, if you like the content and you like what you're seeing, then I recommend that you, oh my goodness, like and share. All right, so go ahead and, like and subscribe. All right, so you can see more of what I'm doing, and so I'll be able to help you out. All right, and then you can help me out by increasing my subscriptions. All right. Also, if you have any requests or anything that you would like to see me backtest or talk about, then I will take those suggestions. All right. This is a fairly new challenge. All right. So you are fortunate if you are watching this, because if you want to see me do something, then you're more likely now to be able to get that content, or for me to get out what I have learned. I have traded everything from the Dow indices, FTSE, the DAX, the German market, right? The British market, even the Chinese market, Hong Kong, and the Japanese market as well. And I have also traded crypto, and I really didn't trade Bitcoin too much because of leverage. I traded things like Dogecoin and Alpha and these random coins as well. All right, but what I have found is I am wanting to start out with some bigger capital, and in order to be able to do that, I need to have a bigger account. All right, in order to do that, maybe you know, maybe you don't know, that you can actually set yourself up for a Propfirm and a bigger sized account. I would say $100,000 because that is what I am signed up for. All right, but you can also do smaller accounts as low as $5,000 all the way up to $1 million. All right, and there's a lot of them. I'm not sponsored by any of these prop firms, but well-known ones are FTMO, MyForexFund, and there's many others. All right, but today, all right, it doesn't really matter too much which prop firm you are using. This strategy right here, all right, would have worked with any of the ones that I could have chose. All right, and this is called the engulfing candle strategy. All right, and it is very simple, and it makes my job very simple, and the logic behind it makes it profitable. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go over what the rules are for this. All right, and I have that up. If I go on to, I can go and just pull that up here. Oh, I went to Coinbase. How did that happen? Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and talk about what the rules are of this strategy and how I was able to make $8,000 with it. All right. So I don't really want to watch the video because I'm going to probably mess up the stream. But right here you have the rules. Okay, let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger for you. All right, I will move my face so that you're able to see it. Okay. All right. I think that you should be able to read that, but we'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit more so that you're able to read. All right, what the rules are of this strategy. Okay, so the rules are as follows. Okay, so number one, all right, and this is very important. All right, because I have, I will tell you in a second. I start the strategy on the close of the first 15-minute bar during the New York session. All right, and this is on the Dow. I exclusively trade the Dow. All right, and I use this strategy from the open. So after the first 15-minute bar closes of the open, so 9:45 New York time, and then I close my trade at the end of the business, at the end of the trading day. And I will tell you right now, you're going to want to close that trade at the end of the trading day because things slow down, all right, and they get, and you're going to say, this is not moving anymore. I just need to take my profit or take my loss and move on to the next day, all right? So, so this is engulfing strategy. I trade candles only on their close, all right? That's the rule. It has to, the candle has to close in order for me to take a trade. The stop loss when I place a trade is always 1 ATR, and the time frame is always 15 minutes. So if you don't know what 1 ATR is average true range. Is the average that the candles have moved in the past 14 candles. I have it set for 14. All right, but what it tells you is candles have been moving this much, right? And so you might want to put your stop loss at this length so that you are not stopped out by natural movements of the market. All right. Next. So yeah, only the 15-minute chart. And I cannot stress this enough. If you go and try and trade this strategy on a different time frame, you are going to lose money unless you change the strategy. There's a specific reason why I chose the 15-minute. The 15-minute will give less false signals than the 5-minute chart, right? Less false signals and less false exit signals than the 5-minute chart, as well as this doesn't really work on the 1 hour, 4 hour, because there just isn't enough movement and the ATR needs to be changed. The stop loss, it doesn't really work out with what you're really gonna get in profits. All right, and I'm not saying this is never profitable. Maybe at some point it could be. I just haven't tested it enough to know if it ever has been profitable. Okay, now next rule, right? I trade when the engulfing candle closes in the opposite direction of the prior candle. This is known, and it is bigger than the candle before it. This is known as an engulfing candle. Now, if you are familiar with an engulfing candle, right, some people have a more strict sense in what an engulfing candle is. When I'm doing this strategy, I am just using any engulfing candle. If the candle is in the opposite direction as the one before it, and it's bigger than the one before it, then I count it. It doesn't matter what it looks like. If it has a tail, if it doesn't have a tail, if it's big, if it's small, it doesn't matter. If it's in the opposite direction of the candle before it, then I'm going to go ahead and enter that trade. And that has gotten me into a lot of trades early, all right, that were very profitable. Okay, which has increased my profits, right? Next, engulfing is used broadly. Okay, yeah, I just talked about that. Important notes, okay, this is very important. If the candle is the same size as the prior candle, its close must be further in the direction that is going the prior candle. All right, so bullish must close higher and a bearish must close lower. So I will take a candle that is in the opposite direction and is the same size if the close of it is in the direction that I'm going to be trading in. All right, so if it's bullish, all right, and I have a bearish candle, I have a bullish candle, and they're the same size, and I'll take it if the top of it is at least as high as the top of the the red candle. All right, if it is lower, if it's just a little bit lower, then I will not take this trade. All right, next. All right, so any engulfing candle, as long as the close is in the direction you're going. Okay, if I'm in a trade this is important. You might have this question. If I am in a trade and an engulfing candle occurs in the opposite direction as my trade, I exit my trade and enter into a trade in the opposite direction. Right? So I'm not going to just exit. I'm also going to enter. So I might be short, and then I get an engulfing candle that is bullish. Then I will go ahead and exit my trade and enter into a bullish position. All right, next. The win rate of the strategy is less than 50% usually, right? But very big wins. All right, so the wins are very big sometimes, which makes the difference. All right, I have seen $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 trades with this strategy. So I lose a lot, but when I win, right? Sometimes when I win really big. I'm looking for that big movement in the market, and I'm looking for momentum, which is a lot of times engulfing candle is what it will show you, that the momentum is changing. Be careful with this though. Don't just go and trade it on anything. All right. I have backtested this for November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, and July, and it is shown to be profitable in every single month in those time frames. All right, using the exact rules that I am giving you. All right. Now, also, this is never financial advice. If you're looking for financial advice on the internet, right, you are going to be a losing trader. All right, and we are not losing traders here. All right, we are doing our own research. We are doing our own back testing, and we are seeing what works for us. This is what works for me. All right, so I will. So that's what I am just going to show you. Okay, so. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you some examples of how this would work. Okay, all right, so we're going to go ahead. I just opened a regular Google Doc on Google Drive, and I use it in order to trade, okay, to backtest my trades. This is how I backtest. This is how you become a profitable trader. Backtesting. Backtesting. Go look and see what the market has done before. Pretend like you're trading in those times so that you can see what has happened with the strategy that you're wanting to use. Why lose money? Or why spend so much time doing the paper trading, or lose money actually trading on a strategy that you don't even know if it's worked in the past, right? So what I'm going to show you now is how to backtest. We're actually going to use Trading Sim, right? Trading Sim. I'm going to go ahead and put my face up here. I don't really want to show you my login information. All right. Right, I'm just going to sign in. This is tradingsim.com. I am not sponsored by them, but I do use them, and there are a lot of benefits to using Trading Sim. All right, so it's just a paper trading account. All right, but I really like the way that the setup. I like being able to change the date. Right, and I'll show you. Okay, let me show you that real quick. You probably already know about this. Alright, but let's go open. Okay, I'm going to go and put my face lower here. Okay, so just go and zoom out here. Okay, so down here, we're just going to put July. Okay, what in the world? Okay. Okay, July. All right. Okay, we're going to start with July 1st. I'm just going to label this in Engulfing strategy with starting. We're going to just put the time. I'm actually doing this a little differently than what I use to trade this strategy. So one thing I'm doing is changing the time frame. I want to see if it would make more sense for me to trade pre-market starting at 8:30 New York time, because at the end of the day I am losing momentum. There is just a momentum loss usually at the end of the day, and I just want to exit my trade, take my profit or take my loss, whatever, so that I can so I can be done, because the trading, the volume, it just decreases. So I'm going to start at 8:30 because we see a lot of volume from 8:30 to 3:30, which is usually 3:30 is whenever the market stops really moving. All right, so let's see if you guys can see that. You guys can see that. Okay, so I'm just going to put July here. I probably already have it written there, but I just want you to be able to see what I am doing. All right. Real quick, I want to see. All right. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. What if you couldn't hear me? Okay. All right, I'm gonna be, let's see. All right, I'm gonna check real quick that I can actually be heard. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm just seeing if I can be heard at all. All right, are you able to hear me? Can you hear me at all? Can you? You don't hear anything? I can't do it. I can't go in there and check. Can you hear me? Okay. It's so quiet. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. You can turn that off now. All right. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the strategy. All right. So let's go ahead and start with July 1st. Let's do June. Actually, I'm gonna do June. I've already done. So what date am I on? No. Okay. Let's do June. So July 14th. So July 14th. Okay, so I'm going to just put July, I'm going to put 14th. Okay, and then right by it, I'm going to just put in my, okay. All right, so now, okay, we are going to go to the time, let's see, that we're going to start. Oh, we actually don't have to change the time at all. We don't have to change the time. We can actually just put it at 3:30, so we know that's where it ends. Okay, 3:30. Okay. All right. On Trading Sim, the symbol for the Dow is YM. Right. So if you sign up for a Trading Sim, right, and you open their charts, you will need to change to YM. Right, and that is the Dow. All right. So we are starting the strategy right here at 8:30. Okay, 8:30. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and look. Are we on the? Oh, we're on the 1 minute. We need to be on the 15-minute charts. Only the 15-minute. I've tested this on other time frames, and it does not. You get too many false signals, and on smaller time frames, and on bigger time frames, you have you do not get enough profit. You do not get enough reward to the risk that you're taking. All right, so I use the 15-minute because it really shows the moves. It really engulfs the moves. So here at 8:30, right, it's going to go ahead and show us, of course, my first example is going to show us a white candle that we don't know which direction it is in. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that that is a green candle and there's an engulfing candle that is directly after it. Normally, you're going to have a color to your candle, but for some reason, Trading Sim does not show the color that the candle is if it is closing too close to the open of that candle. All right, so we need. Oh my goodness. They're gonna make me change. I want the old. Do I have a measuring tool? I have a measuring tool. Okay. So what we'll do is we will have a stop on this one right here. All right. That is 1 ATR. So we need to add a indicator, and the indicator is average true range. So ATR. No, why ATR trailing stops, ATR bands? There's no reason. I do not need either of these. What is this? No. Okay, we're going to have to change over to the old trading view engine because this is not working for me. I have to refresh it. So I have already tested this for the beginning of July. I'm not sure what date I stopped at, so I'm going to go ahead and just start on the 14th of July, and I'll add that to my results later. All right. I do know that it was not profitable for the first part of July, but it was very profitable the second part of July because I traded this throughout July and made $8,000, made 800 points. 800 points is what I made, right? And so whatever your size is, you can calculate it from that. All right, it went ahead. It was nice to us, and it left us at the right dates. 7:14. Here's the first candle. This is, oh yes, this is much better. All right, can you guys see this? Yeah, you can see it good. Okay, now, the ATR is 58. Okay, so I just have the ATR at default settings, and it shows, if you scroll over, you'll see 58 there. All right, and this is an engulfing candle compared to the last one. So we will just go ahead, and we'll see that we do not get stopped out. From experience, I can tell this is not a stop out, but I'll go ahead and measure it there for you guys. It is it only pulls back 16 points. So we know this is gonna go into profit here. All right, and we're looking to see if we get an exit. And unfortunately, we do not get an exit for this trade, and we're gonna go ahead and be stopped out. Okay, for sure, we go into profit, but then we get stopped out 100%. And unfortunately, this candle right here, it was not engulfing, or was not red, so we did not get the exit and the re-entry here. But that's just how the strategy goes. And I'm not looking for every trade to be perfect. All right, so on our sheet, since the ATR, the stop loss was 58, it's 1 ATR, I'm going to put in minus 58. All right, next. The next trade will be right here. We have a doji candle and we have a red candle, right? So we're going to count that as a trade, and we're going to see that the ATR is 83. That's pretty big, and we're going to measure 83. It does not reach 83, so we know we don't get stopped out there. So we're moving down here. All right, and then we have this big green candle, and we will exit our trade, and we will re-enter in a long position. All right, so we're going to measure from this candle to this candle here, and we will have a 28-point profit. Okay, so we're going to write down 28 here, and we are going to be entering into a long trade. All right, and you're going to see here that we are profitable. Okay, so we entered this trade right here. The ATR is 86, so we're going to measure just to make sure that we didn't get stopped out, because we are just backtesting here. 86, luckily we did not get stopped out, so that's good. And so we, for the rest of the day, it went into our favor except for this one red candle. And at 3:30, right, the last 15-minute candle closed right there, and we make 264 points on this day. All right. And later I will add those together. But you know what? We can add it together later. But we can see that this is obviously a very profitable day. Personally, I would have made over $2,000 on this day, and actually I did make over $2,000 on this day. Though this is the pre-market. And I did not trade pre-market. So that's what we're doing here, to see how the pre-market would have done. So I actually would have ended up, end up losing on the pre-market on this one. So it wouldn't have done me any good to be trading the pre-market on this one. I would have done a lot better just trading the regular market. And that's probably what I did. I probably made almost $3,000 there. So we're going to go ahead and go to the 15th. So the 15th is our next day. All right, so let's go ahead and change that. So the best thing about Trading Sim is they have this little calendar you can click on, and you can choose the day that you want to test your trading. We're going to go ahead and change our 9 a.m. to 3:30, which is whenever we're planning on getting out. All right, just testing the strategy. All right, till 30. All right, so we start at, we're going to go ahead and start at 8:30. All right, so I think it's at 8:45. I can't remember. What did I say? 8:30. So we'll go ahead and count the 8:15 candle as well. It won't matter on this day, but just for future reference. Okay, so you're going to see at 8:45 we have a close of a green candle that is bigger than the candle before it and is the opposite color. So it's green, the one before it is red. So we're going to go ahead and trade that one. And we're going to go in, I got the measuring tool. We're going to see that there is no pullback, so there's no reason to worry about the stop. But you would have your stop in. You would have your 50-point stop in because the ATR is 50. All right, and we're moving through the day. This was a scary one. We almost ended up taking a short position, but it did not engulf the prior candle. So you do absolutely nothing here. You just hold. That's the beautiful thing about this strategy. All right, and throughout the day, all right, so right here, we don't know what the color of this doji candle is, so we're going to assume that it is green, and we're going to go ahead and measure it, and we're going to say that is where we exited our trade. All right, so we're going from this green candle is where we got in, all the way to the next red engulfing candle. All right, and we're going to see that we made 340. Oh, you cannot see. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Okay. Cannot see me. Oh. Okay. Much better. Okay. So sorry about that. Oh my goodness. Alright. Okay. Move this back. This mic is sequence. Okay. That's much better. I did not realize I was losing the screen here. Okay. Alright. So 343 points would be put on the 15th. 343. Alright, was what we made the first time. That would be $3,400 in my case, because I'm doing $10 a point. Alright, and unfortunately, we're going to enter into a bearish trade here, and the stop loss is 72. Let's see if we get stopped out, or if the end of the day just goes ahead and stops us. We are actually going to lose 72 points. Now there's a possibility that this did not actually happen because it does not show us the color of the candle. That's the good thing about TradingView. It would actually give you the color of that candle. Alright, so we're going to get stopped out there. We are going to enter into another trade here. You're going to see that this candle right here is bigger than the candle before it in the opposite color. So, and the ATR is 61, so we're going to measure 61, and it does not happen. We get minus 28 points. All right, minus 28. And I might have called this day a day after I made all that money. I don't know. But the rule is I can't. You have to stick to the rules. Okay, you have to. All right, that's what I've said this whole time. Okay, is you have to stick. I always have to stick to the rules. It never works out. I've tried to be smart and make more money, and it just does not work. If you're using a strategy, you just have to follow it. If you can't follow this strategy, even when it's scary, then you're not going to be you're a trader, right? Yeah. Now some people have broad rules, which gives them a little more leniency, but I think that's a scary way to trade, honestly. Okay. 8. All right, so this is our first candle here. You guys see that? Okay, and we're looking for an engulfing candle throughout this day. All right, we're going to see an engulfing candle here. It is a 38 stop loss, and we're going to see that we have a red engulfing candle come in right after it that is going to probably stop us out. Yeah, we are absolutely stopped out, but the good news is we only lost 38 points, and now we are in a bearish trade. We are in a short this candle right here, and you're going to see it has a 49 stop loss. So we are going to go ahead and just measure and make sure it's not over 49. It's obviously not, so we'll just go and put that away, and we will go ahead and look to make sure to see if we have any trades. Okay, I can't tell what color that is. Why does it not show us the color? Okay, so we're going to see that we exit. I think I remember this day. We end up, I believe, exiting here. It may have been a red candle, I don't know. Okay, we're going to go ahead and say it was 16 points. This is not good for us, really, for this strategy. We made 16 points, but that's the rule, and now we are long, because we don't know what would have happened. We would have just seen this green candle and thought, okay, maybe we're going to go back up. All right, and then shortly after fortunately, we get back into our short position. And are we stopped out? Let's see. 52. It's really close. Okay, if it's really close, I'm just going to go ahead and say, yeah, we lost 52 points, right, because of the tail. We were wicked out, as they say, right? But the fortunate thing is we enter into a short position here on this candle, and then we will go ahead and look for the only exit is a bullish engulfing candle, right, which is what we get right here on the end of the day, for some reason we get a bullish engulfing candle. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and put this down. We made 245 points on this trade. We held a long time. It was really painful, but we did it. And we entered into a bullish trade. I'm not saying you have to at the end of the day, the second to last candle, right? But these are the rules, okay? I follow the rules and they'll set you free. Okay, you will. That's how I ended up making money off of this. Okay, so 245 points. I ended let's talk about this right here. These are almost the same size, and you would argue that's not really an engulfing candle, right? Yes, I get it. The definition of engulfing candle differs from person to person. Most people are stricter than I am, but any candle that is bigger than the prior candle and is the opposite color, that is an engulfing candle, unless the close is unless it closes lower or higher than the candle is supposed to be engulfing. So if this green candle had closed down here below, but it was the same size, I wouldn't trade it. Okay. All right. So we have a bullish engulfing candle here, according to the strategy rules, and we end up losing 62 points. 58 points is the stop loss. So we end up losing 58 points. I may have not took this trade. I don't know. All right. And then not the 17th. It's going to be, that's a Friday. Oh, we're on the 18th. This is the 18th. Yeah, that's the 18th, and we're going to go to the 19th. You got to watch that when you're back testing, that you put the correct dates. Right, so we have the 19th here. All right, so the 19th, we're going to go ahead, and the 19th of July, we're going to go ahead and change our time to 3:30. Okay. This looks like a pretty good day. All right, now I'm going to go start at the 8:15 candle because we're starting at 8:30. So we're starting at the open of it. Nothing happens. The next candle is an engulfing candle, and this is an incredible day for this strategy. So we have this candle right here is the first candle. Second candle engulfs it in the green side, and we're looking for a red engulfing candle. We're holding all day until we get a red engulfing candle, which we get right here, unfortunately. I did not see that actually. Okay, so the engulfing candle was right here. So this is better than the results I would have gotten for this day. I don't know that it's going to end up mattering. I think it's going to even itself out. So the first trade is 390 points. That is $3,900 if you're doing $10 a point. All right. And then we enter into a short position here, which we will get stopped out of, and we will end up entering into another bullish trade. So let's look here. 57. And we're going to measure it just to be sure. I'm sure it is, but bigger. Yeah, it's more than 57. And so our stop loss gets hit at 57. Yeah, so 57 point. In this green engulfing candle, we're going to see actually that we get into a trade, a long trade. And it's going to go ahead and move on to this red candle here, which is going to be break even. I'm going to put a 0 because it is almost exactly even. If it's close, I just go ahead and say it's even. Things don't end up working exactly how they do in backtesting anyways. So as long as you're close and can prove the strategy over many months, then a couple points isn't really going to matter. All right, so we have this engulfing candle here, and we're going to see that the ATR is 57. If the ATR does disappear, you need to go ahead and double click the screen. For some reason, the ATR will just disappear. That indicator will just disappear on you. All right, and what did I say it was, 57? 57, okay. Yeah. And then this closes at a 42 point loss. So you can see that this day was very profitable. It was even more profitable than if you started after the open. Okay, we're going to do the 20th of July. Okay, so we click on the 20th and we change our time to 3:30 so we can see the whole day and know exactly where we're ending. Okay, oh, this is an interesting day. All right, 8:15, okay. 8:15, all right, is our first candle because it closes at 8:30. We're gonna go ahead and take a short position on this trade, on this candle, I mean. And the ATR is 48. We are definitely gonna be stopped out at 48 points, okay? Oh man, this is not gonna be good for the pre-market. So minus 48. And then, oh, I've been meaning to put little slashes when it's before, when it's pre-market. Okay, now we have another trade here, 9:15, right? And it's going to be stopped out. And there's no way it's not going to be stopped out. It is going to be a 52-point loss. So we lose 52 points. I hope you guys can understand what I'm doing here. All right, I'm just looking at the chart, going along, and imagining I'm in the trades that I would have taken according to the strategy. Now, normally I would not do a strategy this way, but this strategy is very, very concrete, has very concrete rules. If you're doing another strategy, I recommend doing the replay where you click the button and you can't see what's going to happen in the future so that you are not biased and get better results than what you would have actually gotten if you had not been able to see the full day. But this one, you can't really, it's hard to mess up. It's hard to mess up. Just okay. Now, this one right here, this is a entry into a short position, and we're going to see that we do not get stopped out, but we end up in a long position directly 3 candles later, and we're going to lose 21 points on this day. All right, and oh yes, one other rule that I did not include at the bottom of this page, which I will add, is that you cannot in the strategy, I do not allow myself to lose more than 200 points. That is $2,000 at $10 a point. So if you reach the point where you've lost $2,000 in one day, then you will stop trading. All right, that keeps our losses low, keeps our wins high. Okay, now we enter into a trade here. Position we're looking for an engulfing candle down. We're going to see that we get exit our position here on this red engulfing candle, and we enter into a short position. But first, we made 112 points. Okay, next. The whole reason why I'm doing this is so that I can see if I want to trade the pre-market or not. And I want to see if backtesting, if I get better results from the trading the pre-market or just trading the market at the open. All right, so we get a nice trade here, trade down. We are looking for an engulfing candle up, which we do not get any. We do not get any relief. A very painful trade here, for sure. You get a lot in profit. Maybe at some point you decide to take profit. I recommend against it because, yes, you get 200 points in profit, but I have 400 points in profit on some trades. I have 500 points profit in some trades. But maybe you can add something to this to make it even better. That is what I will be working on as well. But like I said, I did make $8,000 off this strategy. And I ended up getting out here on this candle and losing 7 points. Minus 7, and then I'm in a long trade for 1 candle. Oh, I gotta make sure I didn't get stopped out. 84. No. And I end up making 24 points on this trade. I like to round down one if I'm not real sure. Okay. So the 21st, I need a drink real quick. I'll be right back, and then I will continue. Okay, and we'll continue with the 21st. Okay. Oh, I should, whenever I leave, I should put on a countdown time, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay. All right. Now, this is something that I would have done anyways, and I just wanted to go ahead and include you guys in what I am doing. All right. So, next date. So we're going to go with the 21st here. 21st. That looks like a very painful opening. Okay, let's go ahead and go to 3:30. I'm just opening it far enough so I see the last candle. That's the last thing I see, so I can't. It makes it very easy, and it prevents me from making the mistake of stopping at the wrong time. So our first candle is going to be the 8:15 candle. Nothing happens. We're just following it, waiting for the first engulfing candle. All right, we get a green engulfing candle here. All right, which we're going to see that we do get stopped out at, ooh, this is 90 points. I wonder if there's news out on this day. All right, sometimes if there's news, I'm going to say I'm not going to trade the strategy because from experience, I just really do not have, it's not profitable. I'm not able to do it fast enough. Okay, so we have a 70 point, oh, it's just a 70 point stop loss. Yeah, 70 point. It's definitely 70 though. All right, so we're going to go ahead and write in minus 70 as our first trade. All right, and then we're going to get an engulfing candle down. All right, and we're going to see if we get stopped out, which I'm absolutely sure we're going to get stopped out at just by eye. I can tell that candle, that wick right there, it wicks us out, and we lose 83 points in pre-market. This is exactly why I'm doing this, okay? Because maybe this is not a profitable way to trade this, because you're going to enter here, and then the next candle is going to go up and hit your stop loss. All right, that's what would have happened to me. Okay, next trade. We have the open at 90 ATR, and really, if I'm down this much, I only have about $400 loss more until I lose $2,000. Right, so that's one thing to keep in mind that you can't really capture in backtesting too well, because I'm capturing the whole day. All right, fortunately, it looks like it does not move enough against me to make me lose that many points. My stop loss is 90. It really would have been like 30 or 40, but we only go down about 20 something, so we are good. So we entered here at this green candle, and we are going up, 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 up. We're looking for an engulfing candle down, which we receive right here, which gives us a 254 profit. So yes, we were scared in the pre-market. We were like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work out. We're losing, 70, 80 points, $700, $800, and then boom, we make a trade for 254 points. We make $2,500 on that. Would have been a better day not doing the pre-market though, for sure, for sure. Okay, all right, but some days you're going to make more money. So we went from here to here, and we have, this is a red engulfing candle. So you're going to go ahead and measure up, down, but we do get an engulfing candle up right here, so we're going to lose 5 points, and we are done. Oh wait, yeah, no, there's still more chart. Let's make sure that you guys can see everything. Okay, so minus 5. Now we are in a long trade here, and we're going to see that our ATR is 79. We're not going to get stopped out 79 points. No. But we are actually going to enter a trade here, unfortunately, and we are going to lose 35 points. Well, one thing that I would argue is maybe I would want to just stop. If I make 254 points and it's time to get out, maybe I should just get out. Maybe I should just stop my day. I don't know. That's not what I do. The rule is you keep trading the whole day unless you lose $2,000, unless you lose 200 points. right? Because I don't know what your size is going to be. All right. This is never financial advice. This is not financial advice. Do not get your financial advice from the internet. 74 points. We are going to lose 74 points, and that will end our day. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to, it's still profitable. That day is still a little profitable. We're going to make $500. You can do the math there. I think it's around 50 points there that you will end up making. I might be wrong. Okay. Let me know down in the comments. You get your calculator out and write down how much that day would have been. Okay, but I think, yeah, it's not good for the pre-market idea. All right, 22nd. Ooh, this looks like could be a good day if we get engulfing candles. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to 330. Start on the 815 candle. Okay, yes, so we're going to start the 815 candle here. So the reason why I'm looking to the right is because the screen that you guys see is directly to my right. Okay, so we get a red candle here. It is red. Maybe you can't tell because of the size, but it is red, I can see. And then we get an engulfing candle up, all right? And so we're going to enter into a long trade here. We're going to move up. We're going to see that it is doomed for this trade. It is a 34 point stop loss. And I bet you that we lose 34 points. Yeah. So we're going to lose 34 points on the pre-market trade there. 20 seconds, okay, and it is minus, what did I say? Minus 34, okay. Yes, minus 34. You could round up to say 35. It's just easier for me. All right, and then I do not get another engulfing candle for a while here. Unfortunately, this green candle here is an engulfing candle, and it is absolutely stopped out. I'm not going to even measure it. It definitely loses 56 points here. All right, so yes, I remember this day. All right, so I'm going to lose 56 points, okay? Lose 56 points. And then the next trade that we get, so we're looking for an engulfing candle here, is this red candle here. Ooh, I remember this. Okay, it's going to be 66 points. This is why you have to be very accurate, because it's going to determine how this day was. It is more, oh my gosh. It is more than 66. Yeah, that's rough. So you're going to lose 66 points there. I think somehow I ended up staying in this trade. I'm not real sure how that happened. Okay. And we get another engulfing candle here, which we will get stopped out of, probably. 67, let's measure it. So we have a green engulfing candle here. Actually, first we have this red candle, because we got stopped out up here. So now we're going to go ahead and get into this short trade, which is not going to go well for us. And it is not going to stop us out, but we are going to lose 43 points. Okay, we're going to lose 43 points there. Ooh, and that is getting close to our minus 200. So, I don't know. It's not good, but I'm just going to go ahead and do the math and let it work things out. Okay, now, and then we get into a bullish trade here, and we're going to move up, and we're going to see we're going to make 78 points. All right, now, 23rd. And the goal is not to be, do not worry about being profitable every day. The mistake a lot of people make is I have to win, thinking they have to win every trade. But the trick is to accept that you're going to lose. Losing is a good thing because it means you stopped. You stop. If you lose a lot, that means you're able to stop yourself a lot, right? And you want to lose small, and that's why we're doing one ATR. And then the wins, we just let the wins keep going. If it goes and goes and goes, we just let it ride. And if it comes back, that's okay, because the math is the most important thing. We have to do our mathematics to make sure that we are going to be profitable on it. So 78 points there, and we're going to go to the 23rd. Nope, I am wrong. We're going to go to the 25th, which was 1 day ago. Okay, then we're going to go ahead. Man, pre-market looks lovely. I've thought about like the middle, like very pre-market, like is going to be, yeah, that is excellent. Look at that. Straight up. What time is that? 4 o'clock in the morning. Who wants to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning? Okay. All right. 3:30 is our next trade. Now, oh, this is an ugly, ugly day. Oh, this was today. Oh no, this was yesterday. I actually traded this. I lost 200 points yesterday. So, but we're going to see how this looks. Okay, so I did not trade I ended up starting, I always start at the beginning of the market opening. 9:45 is the first time I can trade. But I'm testing to see what happens if I do pre-market. Alright, so this is 8:15. It is red. This is also red. It's not engulfing. But here's a red one that engulfs this one right here. And I can tell this day is no good. This is a really bad day for trading this strategy, for sure. 7, okay. So what is, okay, stop loss is 42. We lose 42 points. Okay, we'll go ahead and lose our 42 points. Minus 42. Alright, and then we're going to do it, let's see, we're going to do it again here, and we're going to get stopped out again. This is just a terrible day. If you're any good at ranging markets, I would recommend on a day that looks like this, maybe just go ahead and trade the range. Okay, yeah, minus 53 points. Okay, there's another engulfing candle. 58. We're going to lose 58 points then. So yeah. Okay. Next, this is an engulfing candle. 61. We're going to lose 61 for sure here. Yeah. Minus 61. Oh, it's just chaos. Okay. Alright, where's our next engulfing candle? There's another engulfing candle. There, 59. Okay, it does not get stopped out, so we're going to lose 35 points. I measured it. Minus 35. Okay, we're on the red candle now. Right, and it is going to be a winning trade here. And it goes to the end of the day. So we just close all trades at the end of the day. Right, you could back test and see if that's profitable to just keep holding. I have not done that yet. I've not had enough time to do that. This is very time consuming. That was the 25th actually. I put down the wrong dates. Because the weekend, it gets a little confusing. Okay. So, yeah, I would say for pre-market, so you have to do all your math, okay? So from the 14th to the, to today, or yesterday anyways. I just need my calculator. Let's get our calculator out. Right. And we'll go ahead and just add all this up. So we have minus 58 on the 14th. We'll start minus 58 plus 28 plus 264. We get 234 points on this day. So I just put this on 234. And what I also do is I put down how far the drawdown was, because this is an important number. Because yes, you could be profitable on the day, right, if you add all the numbers up, But if you have a limit, like I do, of losing 200 points in a day, then you have to stop. Even if it's going to be a win, you don't know that. So you stop at losing at 200 points. So the drawdown for this one's going to be 58. That means that I will go ahead and get my 234 points for that day. If the drawdown had been 200 points or more, then it would have been a losing day of 200 points. Okay? All right. Next, 343 minus 72 minus 28. It's a great, great day. This is the kind of day you want to see. So we're going to go ahead and make 243 points. And we never got in the negative because the first trade was very big. So it's going to be a 0 drawdown. On the 18th, it's going to be minus 38 plus 16 minus 52 plus 245 minus 58. And we're going to make 113 points there. I got to see what my drawdown would have been. Oops, I did not mean to do that. 113. And then our drawdown would have been minus 38 plus 16 minus 52. Whatever this number is. Minus 74. So 74 points. Minus 74 as our drawdown. Okay? Next, we have 390 minus 57 minus 42. 291 points. Right. 291 points, and then 0 drawdown because we never went into the negative because our first trade was very large. The 20th. This is going to be a losing day. Minus 48, which is fine. Having a losing day is not a problem. As long as you are making more money than you are losing over time. That's the real secret. 8. It's a profitable day. Now, we got to see what the drawdown is. I didn't really see what that was. It's not enough to take away all my profit, though, to make me get stopped out for the day. It's not the right term. Being stopped out, right, it's not the right term, but I use it for when I'm talking about if I lose 200 points in a day, I quit. I'm saying stopped out for the day. Right? So don't be confused by that. 121, so we do not get stopped out for the day because we do not reach over 200 points loss. Okay, let's see how this one day went. I'm curious about this one. Minus 70, minus 83, plus 254, minus 5, minus 35, minus 74. Oh. So yeah, it's going to be minus 13. It's a losing day even though we got that. And it's because of the pre-market, I just wonder. I actually have listed the backtesting of starting at the market open and closing at the end of the market at 4:30. And I'm going to compare them after I'm done here. So make sure you subscribe and you look for my future videos because I will be doing more back testing of this and comparing it to using this strategy on the actual open. As you can see, it's been very, very profitable. Very profitable for the second half of this month so far. And it was overall, for sure, profitable. For me, I did make the money. I did pass the challenge because of this strategy. All right. Now, let's see. Next, minus 34. This is a really bad day. This is the kind of day I just want to stay away from. But you never know what's going to happen, so don't just not trade one day thinking you know what's going to happen. That's what I say. I tried it. It did not work. I ended up making money on one day that I didn't trade the strategy. And I thought, well, I don't even need the strategy. And then the next day I lost. And I end up at making the same amount of money, losing the same amount of money I would have lost using the strategy. So I just said, I'm just going to use the strategy even if the day doesn't look good. That is not right. What am I doing? Okay, minus 34. Minus 56. minus 66, minus 43, plus 78. Oh my goodness. See, I don't know if we can really count that one. Okay, because we have minus 199. So we have minus 121, but our drawdown is minus 199. That means that when we took the last trade, we would have been 199 points down and only had 1 point stop loss to use, so we probably wouldn't have traded the last trade, which was unfortunately was profitable. But that's okay, it's not a big deal. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and add all these numbers together just for your guys' sake and my sake as well. I want to see, is this actually profitable? So I'm just going to go ahead and add 234 there. We're just making sure that we did not lose more than 200 points, which I'm going to go ahead and count that one as a loss, because I'm not letting myself lose more than that much. Okay, 291, which is a great day. Okay, plus 8, minus 13, and that was a big comeback. Minus 121, and we're gonna say minus 199 here, because I just don't see myself letting myself take that last trade, unfortunately. I don't think I did my math right either on the last day. I gotta redo the math on the last day real quick. Minus 42, minus 53, minus 58, minus 61, minus 35. Yes, minus 249 plus 13. This is minus 249, and this is minus 136. I do not know where I got my numbers there. This was minus 199. Okay. All right, we got the numbers down. So let's try this again. Okay. So we'll see if this is profitable. Plus 234, plus 243. Wow, that's weird. Plus 113. Plus 291, plus 8, minus 13, minus 199. I'm just good. It's 200, but it's so close. And then minus 200, because our drawdown was more than 200, so we stopped at 200 points. Okay, which actually made us lose a little bit, but that's okay. So in just these 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, we made 477 points using this strategy, which would have been $4,770 if you're doing $10 a point, right? And it's real simple. You're just trading those engulfing candles, all right? So the next time that I do this, I will dive back into the backtesting of the strategy. Feel free to backtest my strategy. The rules are below that you can read and you can use for yourself. And if you have any suggestions, I'm telling you, I'm really open to things right now since this channel is new, and I will be willing to make a video for almost anybody who comments on my videos, right? And if you want to be a profitable trader, then I can tell you what I've done to be profitable and to be on my way to having a $100,000 account for my Forex funds. I'm telling you, this works. Take the time. Don't rush it. Don't think you're going to get rich quick. And don't give up just because things are not working out, right? Hold those profits a long time and get out of losing trades quick, and you will see things turn around. All right, so I'm going to be signing out. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you. All right, bye-bye.